We've gone from the deafening silence we've had since GTA 6's second trailer to now being completely overwhelmed by a massive amount of content and information. It appears that Rockstar has taken quite seriously the mission of compensating us for the game's postponement until November of 2026. And now we possess an abundance of information, more than sufficient to begin familiarizing ourselves with Leonida, the vibrant state that is destined to become our primary residence for at least the next 2 decades. We will not be addressing the topic of the community-made map, at least not for the time being. We still have to let them continue working for a few more weeks before we can analyze a truly updated version under proper conditions, so I highly recommend that you subscribe for when the right moment comes. In today's video, we're going to analyze not just screenshots, but any type of information that helps us understand what the main territories of GTA 6 will be like. Because even though Rockstar has already shown us quite a few, there are still some who dare to suggest there could be even more, including some familiar old faces. By the order Rockstar has followed on their own website, the first location they've desired to present to us is, without a doubt, the city of Vice City. From the first trailer, they showed us the most vibrant city Rockstar has ever developed. While in 2002, Rockstar highlighted the drug trafficking that so marked Miami in the 80s, now, for the first time, we'll bring up to date for our times the brightest and darkest sides of this place. The clues from the 2022 leaks suggested we'd spend much of the story moving from town to town, but we haven't seen any official signs on the matter since. However, it appears, contrary to what we thought, that most missions will take place here. Now it seems we'll be working for local traffickers and associating with people of dubious loyalty. While one part of the city is all about wealth and pretense, the other side would be sheer criminality and chaos that the police can't even manage to control. While by day, everything would boil down to sun, sand, and tourists absolutely swarming everywhere. By night, we would see the city transform completely, becoming a hub of endless partying and illicit activities. It'd be the first time in Grand Theft Auto history where we'd finally see a significant change in the world's ambience based on the time of day. In GTA 5, we already experienced this on the beach, having 3 main time zones throughout the day. But in GTA 6, this could extend to the rest of the map. From what we've seen, each neighborhood will practically be a distinct world. And I'm sure there will be places at night where it will be almost impossible to avoid being mugged in some way, just as it happened in Red Dead Redemption 2. It is not the same to cross the forest by day than by night. There will be yachts spread across the entire area, hosting mobile parties that we'll definitely be able to infiltrate. In various captured images, cruise ships are visible, and it's quite impossible to dismiss the idea that they might play a significant role in some mission, and perhaps we'll need to infiltrate them in some fashion. According to Trailer 2, stealth and disguise missions would also form a crucial part of the game, so we simply cannot rule anything out. Thanks to these recent captures, we've been able to uncover a few interesting little tidbits, such as the fact that the city's tallest structure would indeed be the Four Seasons Hotel, exactly as we had speculated on this very channel many years ago. The strange thing is that there's no trace of the Panorama Tower, the true tallest building in the city of Miami, which finished its construction in 2018, or at least in the material Rockstar has given us. We haven't been able to find it. Perhaps it's too recent for Rockstar to have had time to include it in the game. We also know that there will be an enormous amount of all sorts of nightclubs that we'll finally be able to visit this time in the story mode. While it's obvious we won't be able to enter every city building, it'll be a huge improvement over GTA 5 since this time we're not as limited by base consoles. In conclusion, this city will surely show a great mix between the modern Latin culture found in Miami and the American vibe of the 80s. With a bit of luck, we'll get to see Julio Iglesias again, but now he's visiting the area of the map that he was most eager to see, and also the one that's been most underrated throughout all these years. The Florida Keys have always struck me as a very interesting place. It's an elongated archipelago of rather small islands that, generally connected by an extremely long highway, house tens of thousands of people in one of the most tropical environments in all of the United States. And of course, GTA 6 would bring us this adaptation. The Leonida Keys are the perfect blend of the country's most remote and rustic regions, yet with a sunny, beach-like climate. We're talking about a semi-rural territory where there will be tropical natural spaces, and from what we've seen in the screenshots, much of the underwater life and diving tourism will be concentrated here. Furthermore, its privileged location creates a perfect breeding ground for all kinds of magical substance trafficking between nearby countries, like Cuba or Mexico. In fact, this is why Brian's famous boat workshop is located here, which is ground zero for our trafficking activities in the region. And not only that, it's at this very spot on the map where we believe we'll find the military base, if there's only one. We know this not only from what we observed in the distance in Trailer 2, but also because in real life, there is a quite heavily guarded military base situated right in this area. Besides this, I hope that at the very least we'll have a small town at the very end, and if possible, some kind of runway, however small, so we can arrive by plane. Although we're still not far enough from Vice City for the atmosphere to completely change. We will continue to find tourists swimming and enjoying themselves. Whereas in real life we are hundreds of kilometers away from the city of Miami, in the game this feels more like a small direct extension of it. It's something like Chumas Beach in GTA 5, which is supposed to be quite far from Los Santos, but because of the map's size, it's actually quite close. We can't demand such realism. We must move a little further out to meet the true country folk. We arrive at what could be the game's most strange and mysterious territory. Red Dead Redemption 2 already gave us a small but very intense preview of what daily life will be like when we play in GTA 6's most rural areas. The grass rivers are the famous wet and swampy territories you'll find in almost any direction when leaving Vice City. They're full of mangroves, reeds, stagnant water, and most importantly, they're home to the two most dangerous animals in the entire game: the alligator and the hovercraft. One of GTA San Andreas' most beloved vehicles returns, though this time it's playing on home turf. We'll be able to travel for dozens of kilometers through stagnant waters and small muddy islets to do whatever it is that needs to be done in this location. Poaching, trafficking all kinds of substances or materials, becoming lunch for one of these lizards, or simply enjoying the local tourism. The people around here are already starting to smell a little different. It could be the home of hermits and completely insane individuals, much like what we saw in Red Dead Redemption 2. Or perhaps the headquarters for mystical groups or extremist cults, the kind that abound in Rockstar games. At least I am certain that the grass rivers could potentially harbor paranormal phenomena or concealed secrets, from a ghost like the one we saw in Red Dead Redemption 2, to even alien apparitions or unidentified flying objects. Getting lost in these swamps will undoubtedly become a truly unpleasant experience that will keep players away from the territory, especially as night approaches. If you'd like to get accustomed to what it will be like to be in this location, I highly recommend you dedicate a few hours to Red Dead 2. It appears that Vice City won't be the sole urban hub in GTA 6. While it doesn't quite qualify as a full-fledged city, Port Gellhorn will surely be at least 4 times larger than Paleto Bay in GTA 5, but the underlying concept remains essentially the same. It is described as Leoneda's Forgotten Coast, a once popular vacation destination that has fallen into decay due to the massive tourism black hole that Vice City represents, and because the weather here is even more unstable than it already is in the big city. Visually, it presents us with aging motels, practically abandoned theme parks, and empty shopping malls. At least we know we can get there by passenger train if we don't feel like driving. It looks like it'll be somewhat of a city of decadence with a very troubled nightlife. We already know about the huge concentration of shoe stores there, and I can already imagine how hostile its inhabitants will surely be. From the looks of it, this place will be inhabited by people truly careless about their lives, biker gangs, or traffickers who exploit the abandoned infrastructure to grow their small criminal empire. Our stay here will surely boil down to confrontations with all sorts of gangs. We don't have a great deal of panoramic information regarding how the city will look, but from what it appears, it will be absolutely brimming with industrial development of all types, including a massive cargo port. This would then make 2 massive cargo ports if we include the one in Vice City. Thanks to the leaks from 2022, which I am still unable to show you, we know that in this specific area, there is an airfield that simultaneously serves as a complete, permanent, and fully paved racetrack. This will undoubtedly be a clear reference to the Sebring circuit, where this very same peculiarity occurs, and coincidentally, it is also located in Florida. It would be the very first time that we have had a proper circuit in good condition for a very long time. If Port Gellhorn seemed like an industrial zone, Ambrosia comes along to make it clear that it doesn't even manage that particularly well. This is where the deep industry is located. The fact that it's not so abandoned shows that things are a bit better here. The gangs can now even afford the luxury of wearing matching clothes and everything. I say this because Ambrosia is the home of the biker gang that seems like it will be important during the game's story, the final chapter, which I hope will have more importance than the Lost and Damned had in GTA 5. It could be said that it's the area of the map we know the least about, because the information they've given us and the screenshots they've shown us don't say much. Initially, anyone would think we're looking at some very small adaptation of Orlando, and who knows if they'll have space to add the Disneyland parody. Even though it's focused on agricultural and industrial matters, we are surely talking about smaller towns, such as Clewiston, which does indeed have a significant sugar industry, quite similar to what we are seeing in the images, and it perfectly aligns with the cultivation areas we observe in the captures. What truly surprises me is that such a tiny town would hold enough significance for Rockstar to lavish so much attention upon it, and it's starting to make me quite concerned about the ultimate size of the map. In the screenshot, where we get a small overview of what the town will be like, in the distance you can see Vice City's airport quite close. And a little further to the right, you can start to make out the enormous cranes of Port Gellhorn. We're talking about how, for now, everything we know of the GTA 6 map is in this area, greatly reducing the game's possibilities. Is it really as small as it seems? We'll surely have to wait to play to find out. What makes us hopeful about the true final size of the map is that the most unexpected region in the entire game doesn't fit with the rest of the places we've seen. Mount Calaga National Park doesn't look like it's located in the state of Leonida. By its own definition, it's situated right on the state's northern border. This is going to be the most significant forest and deep wilderness zone in GTA 6. Unlike the rest of the map, where everything will be almost entirely flat, Mount Calaga National Park, as its name quite clearly suggests, is a mountainous area, which will really help us feel like we're truly far away. The famous empty mountains in GTA 5 weren't just there to fill space pointlessly. It was a very clever way to make us feel that we were far from the city, even though we weren't really. In general, it seems like we're going to miss this in GTA 6. We hope that on Mount Calaga, which most certainly won't even reach half the height of Mount Chiliad, we'll be able to discover camps, abandoned command posts, kiosks, and all kinds of intriguing places that we always expect to find in a United States forest. Surely we'll encounter a wide array of mysteries, and it will transform into one of those places where we'd rather not be after dark. Based on what we observe in the screenshots, there will be all sorts of activities to engage in, providing a welcome respite from the crime and squalor found across the rest of the map. We've come across a couple of details that make us ponder just how interactive the world might become, such as this sign, for instance, which points to the daily risk of a forest fire, or this gauge that indicates the river's depth, taking into account potential floods. Are we truly getting closer to experiencing more natural events and disasters, or is it merely meant to confuse us? Let's hope that throughout this year, they begin to shed some light on the subject. The fact that these territories represent everything that Rockstar has shown us so far leaves us with more questions than answers. For example, we still don't know anything at all about what the game's northwestern coast will actually be like. It's clear the map has to be an island. This isn't Red Dead, and for now, it seems they want to leave us in suspense about what lies beyond Mount Calaga. It could be that we'll find long, empty beaches or cliff areas like in GTA 5, but this isn't the only unknown about the map. Now we are entering the realm of pure speculation, but due to Lucia's origins, many propose that at some point in history, we could momentarily return to a certain part of Liberty City with very limited accessibility, just as it occurred in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or even in Grand Theft Auto 5 with North Yankton. Could it even be a small village located on the coast of some Hispanic American country? Red Dead Redemption 2 showed us that Rockstar isn't afraid to add these destinations outside the main map, and it could very well be the case. For now, that's all the information we have regarding the confirmed territories appearing in GTA 6, and as I mentioned at the start, we still need to wait a bit for them to correctly update the fan map. They're currently studying how to apply the new changes, and it would be silly to talk about it now. Excluding the main city, what part of the GTA 6 map would you like to visit first? Would you like any of the unconfirmed regions to eventually appear? Let me know your opinion in the comments. This was GTA 6 Empire. I hope you enjoyed the content. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because I'll see you in the next video.